gotta focus on you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be in your lane, and you gotta focus on your vision of where you need to go. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have your goal.
Yeah.
You might be in a group zone, like in a friendship, and like nobody really says what they really mean or express themselves because they think it's weird. You know what I'm saying? They think it's weird, or they think ain't no way nobody else is thinking like that.
Always have to be in a positive mindset. No is not an answer. No is a waiting point for you to come back.
For real.
Everybody that tells me,
So
no, I spun back and I've had another conversation, and it was not the same as the first one.
I've been grinding, got all the eyes on me. Fuck being humble, I take the pride only. Damn right, I take it there, cause they ain't playing fair. I've been grinding, got all the eyes on me. Fuck being humble, I take the pride only. Damn right, I take it there, cause they ain't playing fair.
I think I've always had. I think that was my little problem too when in the military. It was I was just never thinking with everybody. You know what I'm saying? It was just
But you were thinking past everybody, Bob. You was different. You was thinking past everybody. You was
I
thinking
was
over
always-
everybody.
I was just on some me because I was already there was a certain point when I hit a line where I was like, oh, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I'm done. I'm not like you couldn't motivate me in any way in terms of like rank or any. You couldn't motivate me in it. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want nothing out of it essentially at the end of the day. So it wasn't like you could threaten me with, oh, bro, you ain't never gonna make rank or nothing. You couldn't threaten me with it because I was like already done. But I just took it upon myself to be like, all right, I'm gonna just play the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I have to do, listen to what I have to do, and then finish my contract out. And that was just my goal at the point. I wasn't trying to like get in trouble. I wasn't trying to overdo anything. I wasn't trying to step on nobody's foot or nothing like that. Like I'm gonna respect the people in charge, and I'm gonna just do my job and get this over with. So that was just really my goal. I was really thinking about. I was just like, let me do this because it's gonna prepare me when I do get out. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's gonna be a grind when I get out, and I know I gotta, because I'm like, I can't fail in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
I'm like, bro, I don't want to fail in life. I gotta really get my shit together. I was like at a crossroads in life. I'm like, bro, I'm getting older, and I'm getting out the Navy right now. You know what I'm saying? When I could just ride this wave and call it a career field, and just call it life, like hang them up in a way, like whatever else I got going on. So I'm like, nah, let me get out. All right, I'm gonna go to school. I really want to make content. I want to travel more. So let me just go ahead and do that. And then with school, at first I didn't know what I wanted to do for school. I wanted to pursue neuroscience. That's what I thought. But I'm like, nah, if I pursue this degree, I'm gonna end up doing it forever. And I really don't want to be a neuroscientist particularly. So I'm like, all right, let me go into X-ray tech and all like the technical fields in terms of that. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna do that. It's a 2-year program, and I can always upgrade the categories I can work on. So I'm doing that.
Okay.
So and then
Wow,
like, what's up?
I want to touch on what you said about failure. So, because I feel like that also comes into the individual mindset. Like, what would you consider to be failure for you?
I think failure for me I think life is like this. You want to live life with the least amount of regrets as possible. Of course, it's impossible to have regret, but like the less amount of regret you could have, I think that's a successful life. The less you could look back and be like, damn, man, I could have. The less I could have you have, I think you good to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like that.
Like
That's heavy. I like
and
that.
I told myself I wasn't. It's not even failure for me in terms of like trying something and not happening. I could try again, but it's like I never tried. You know what I'm saying? That'll kill me more than I tried and I gave up. You know what I'm saying? Like I never tried would kill me more. Like if I'm in my deathbed and I'm old and it's a wrap by now, and I'm looking back, that's what'll hit me home more. It's like, damn, bro, I could have would have destroyed a brother, bro. That's why it's like, oh, just go for it. Don't really. You gotta block out outside noise, man. You really have to.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did, Bob. Everybody told me I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that. Guess what? I did it.
So I want to actually get to you, Smith. I want to get to you and tell us about you got your business starting.
We not
Getting off
gonna.
the
We,
ground.
I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give y'all a little. You know,
Oh,
a
yeah,
little
what you
sneak
doing?
peek. I'm gonna give y'all a little sneak peek. I got 3 grow houses. Yeah,
That's hard.
3.
That's
Hey,
hard.
hey, it's the irony, bro. The irony of that's
Yeah,
like that's how
hey.
they try to let the brother
That's
out,
how,
and that's what
man.
the
I'm trying
brothers.
to tell you, boy. I say it every day, man. They
The
try to knock me
irony.
off my shoes.
The
They couldn't do
irony.
it.
The irony
So
of that
yeah,
is
I got
crazy.
3 grow houses, 1 in Vegas. I got 2 down here that that me and the guys manage. And man, we're at this point we're just plant scientists. That's what we call ourselves. We
Nah, that's hard.
yeah, we plant scientists, and we buy and sell weed to dispensaries all over California, even all the way up north. San Fran, the Bay Area, all that.
I like that.
That's hard,
Yeah.
man.
And
So what was the motivation? Like
Because
was it
hey,
just a
you
love
want me
it?
to be 100% with you?
Be honest.
Senior
Be
Chief
honest.
said I'm never gonna be nothing.
he told you that?
Yes, hey,
What?
what? I got off my ass. I $60,000 in profit a month.
Damn, bro, my man.
That's in
living
profit.
life, man.
Yeah, that's a
No,
hell of
that's
a
nice,
profit.
bro. I ain't there yet, bro, but that's nice, bro.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, it's revenue, so we gotta buy, we gotta spend,
Oh, okay,
so
yeah.
that's just
But it's-
profit on top of what we make.
But that's good business
Yeah.
right there.
But once he said that, man, but Searles also put it in my head too, though, because we were talking about it, and him and Gray were talking about it, and then I was just like, damn, like me and Gray, we were talking about this shit too. Gray went off and he did his own thing. Me and Searles started talking about it over over that last deployment we all was on. Then I just I had did my research because I knew I was getting out the whole time I was on restriction. What do I have to have? What license? Everything. I had got all my certifications down. Everything I needed. How much money is ideal in this in this career or in this business? And what pipelines do I need? Whose pipeline can I be? You know what I'm saying? So it's so many dispensaries and just in this San Diego area that that our brand is in that store. So yeah, and that's good to know.
That's fine.
You walk in the store, everybody, what I'm saying, all civilians like weed, whoopty whoop. So
Especially in Cali.
that's just a good face. I'm a black man. Everybody think a black man just to smoke their product up. Nah, man, I made this shit.
Nah,
man.
I made this shit.
No,
Change the narrative on them. Yeah.
That's great to hear, bro. That's great to hear that, bro. I always I be loving when I hear stories like that. Like when I just hear people like are doing good and I know them. It's like, bro, I was with you when you had hard times, when you was up and down. Like,
the hardest times, man.
Like,
we
I
just sat
love-
down and had so many conversations, the craziest conversations.
I love seeing that from people
Yeah.
like who are just like doing better now in life. Cause that's really life though. Like you're gonna have hard times. That's just life. It's just gonna
Hard
come
times
with it.
don't last long.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
man. You just gotta you gotta learn from it. I think every situation is really just a learning. It's like walking. It's one step after another. You know what I'm saying? Like every step is just leading you to the next step. That's really all it is. If you really think about it, and then you don't think about them in problems. Like I think of life sometimes. I'm using another train analogy. Fuzz know I like to use train analogies, but like I feel like life is just like moments in time. You know how you in a train and you'll be looking out the window and you'll just pass certain things as the train is moving. And that's really all it is sometimes. It's not you, it's just experience. It's just moments in time that you experience and then you just riding
Right.
it out like that. Like you're not really it's not a problem or something. It's just like even a hard time is just a moment in time. A good time is just a moment in time. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And all that is just leading to the next moment. You know what I'm saying? And you're supposed to learn from each of those moments in time. And that's just how it is sometimes, man. You can't really take
Yep.
personally, you know.
Good.
Oh, go ahead, bro. You good.
Nah, I was just gonna ask a question. For Smitty. So being doubted, and then I know it kind of like it gotta like sting in a certain way to where like the way you left and you could have did it, it should have went a different way. So like, what would be your advice to see like how far you turned it around in 1 year? Like,
Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie. In a year, some people say that shit could have been impossible. I don't know how you did it. People tell me that all the time. In 1 year, you didn't touch the business before this at all. And I can't even say I've been in the business a full year. I can give myself maybe 9 or 10 months. But people are telling me that the position I'm in right now is impossible. I don't know how you did it. Some people takes 11, 12 years. It's this dude, one of my growers right now. It took him 13 years to get his plant in one dispensary.
Damn.
But he's been living out here all his life. So I just got out here and networked, and man, I'm not gonna lie, no is not good enough for me. That's not gonna stop me. No is never gonna stop me.
That's a good way to think.
No is never gonna stop me.
Not taking no for an answer. That's a heavy one.
It's a lot of people I done came into because like in the field I'm in, so I gotta negotiate my prices. I'm not not everything's stamped. So I'm gonna negotiate my prices, especially if you buying from me, I'm saying pretty often, but I'm talking about in the dispensary aspect. I only really like to handle the professional aspect. I have little odds and ends here and there. You know what I mean? But go ahead. Go ahead. Bob.
I was just gonna ask a question.
Go ahead.
This for both of y'all actually. Like I was gonna cause you guys are in a different certain. Like I ain't there yet. So, but you guys are both fathers, and like you guys how did that shape y'all mindset after having a kid, and how did that shape your hustle or your ambition or your whole directive in towards life? Like how did it change y'all? Like what's up with that?
Yeah, that was a dramatic change because it's for me. I didn't have too many positive male role models. Yeah, I had a couple. I had my father present, but when I say positive male role model, I had nobody that looked like me that's doing anything like I'm doing right now in my life. So for me, it was always what I'm a show for my son. Like, what is my son when he think of his father? What type of man is gonna pop into his head? Like, is it gonna be one that he could be like, nah, my father did and tried and attempted at anything he wanted to do in life. He went after it. And he believed in himself. Those are certain things that I really wanted to demonstrate for my son. So I changed my mindset as soon as my wife got pregnant. Like as soon as I heard it, I said, yeah, okay, I'm back. I'm back doing my push-ups. I'm back doing it all.
I gotta be right, bro.
See, Fuzz, I had mine. I think I had mine. My oldest son, he about to turn 4 in December. So I had my second son around the same time you had your first. I had my second daughter at the same time you had your first. So, in the same aspect, I didn't really change my mindset until the second time. Because the first time I was 19. I wasn't even in the military yet. I was still wild.
Yeah.
So I had to sit down. I had to look at what my son's life has been before this time. What has it been, and how has he? What are the pros and cons to his life right now? How has his life been? Me being in the military, how has his life been? When I was back home, and I just had to sit back and I had to man up. Seriously, my dad told me every day, you sat down in here, you actually manned up. I had to sit down and man up. I used to be wild. That is not the life I want to live no more. I have to come home every night. I got bills to pay. I got to make dinner every night.
Yeah, that's good, man.
That's beautiful.
You know what I like? That consciousness. There was a point where sometimes I'll be scared because I'll be like, bro, I'm too conscious, bro. I'm too aware of shit. I didn't like it at first, man. I was like, I don't like this feeling. I was praying every day. I was just too conscious, bro. And then I lost that edge, bro. I lost the edge. I don't know what happened. And God gave me my wish, all right? And I started to fall off track in life a little bit. And then I was like, God, please bring back my consciousness. Please bring back that awareness I had. I didn't realize how beneficial and how much that felt. That's actually a good feeling. I didn't realize that because I used to me and Fuzz always talk about this, but I would look like the club situations. I'll be in the club and I'll be like, why am I not having fun in the club, man?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody else seem like they having fun in the club. They're young, they drinking, they doing their thing. It seems like everybody having a blast and I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Every time I'm almost forcing myself damn near. Why am I not doing this? What everybody's doing for some reason, who like this seemed like a good time, but it's not a good time for me. I had, you know what I'm saying? I was like, but I started to realize like, all right, that's just really it's not me. And me and Fuzz had this conversation. I'm like, all right, that's just really not me. What I like is just might not be what somebody else likes. You know what I'm saying? I like to learn. I like to be in the gym. I like to just read. I like to talk, like
Expand
have conversations.
knowledge,
Yeah, I like to have
Expand
conversations like this. I like to be in like group settings like that. Like that's my fun.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
I like that. And you know what I always think that came from? Well, one, your upbringing.
Yeah.
Your upbringing is very different. And I know Smitty could definitely feel this too. But yeah, when you got to grow up in survival mode, you grow different. And the things that you strive for in life are different. And I think that's why you kind of wanted to take the veil off and see what it's like to. Because, you know, sometimes you'll see some dudes from the street and they just like, we in the club, we don't care.
Yeah, right.
I don't give a F about nothing. I'm out here doing what I'm going to do today.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, how is this guy living like that? And it's like,
Yeah, like, or you like, bro, this ain't gonna last long, bro.
Yeah,
You know
it's
what I'm
not gonna
saying?
last long
Like,
at all.
this ain't gonna last long at all, bro. This is downward trend.
but he really just like happy to be out of survival mode. And now he feel like he's about to cut loose and do whatever he feel like.
Right.
And when you grow up in, I guess, a more controlled environment and you being taught that there's difference between those things. So you understand the difference, but you didn't get to experience it. And that taste for experience, and I feel like that changes the way people grow.
I like that. I like that because it's like, in order to know something is good or bad or like this is for you or not, is to like try both in
Try
a
it
way.
out.
You know what I'm saying? Even though somebody could tell you who experienced both and tell you the obvious, like, bro, this ain't the way, bro. Ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? In the back of your head or something, you might really want to try certain things. I'm not saying do that with everything. Don't do that with everything. But there's certain times when it's like, you know, like a kid, you tell them the stove is hot. Sometimes they need to touch the stove just to realize, hey, man, that's hot. We've been telling you it's
They
hot,
gotta
bro.
burn them fingertips up. They got to.
Yeah, sometimes that's just how it's got to be, man. And then you just gotta. And then I think too, in this new social media age of just like content and everything, it's hard for people to find themselves. It's hard to like define your identity in a way. You could get lost and you could be living a life that's not you, but you never really know who you are because you just influenced by so many things, you know what I'm saying? That you never find your true self in a way. Like you can get lost in the sauce of just life, of media, of content, of what's hot, of what's this and that, and you never really even realized who you were.
I would say, and I've been reading. I just finished the autobiography of Sada Shakur, rest in peace, and I've been listening. I've got the audio book for Walter Rodney, Grounded with My Brothers. And I feel like conversations like this, because this is mostly what Walter Rodney talks about in Grounded with My Brothers, is talking like this. And, you know, actually expressing yourself and then maybe you might get a little pushback. Maybe you might not like what somebody said or something like that. And that really helps shape and mold who you are as a person. And I feel like in this social media day and age, we don't get to experience that too much. And I wholeheartedly believe that what we doing right now, these type of conversations, like if we go out and we have these conversations with our cousins, our brothers, our whoever, no matter at what level you got to start it at, just being able to be authentic reminds people like, okay, we normal, like we good.
I'm not thinking crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this remind like sometimes I'll be in the club. Like I remember I told Fuzz, we had this in the like a few episodes back, and I told you like you been in the club, and then you looked like at a person, and you be like, who is this person? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really know this person like that. You know what I'm saying? And then we talked, and you like, yeah, I know what you mean. Like I felt that way too at certain points, and I'm just like,
it's like,
all right, I'm not tripping, bro. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
you
might be in a group zone, like in a friendship, and like nobody really says what they really mean or express themselves because they think it's weird. You know what I'm saying? They think it's weird, or they think ain't no way nobody else is thinking like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say it, and everybody gonna think I'm sound dumb
I
or
sound
da da
dumb or
da.
I sound weird, but it's like, but he be like, all y'all really thinking the same thing, but nobody's saying it. You know what I'm saying? And y'all never have
Yeah.
conversations like that because nobody want to be the weirdo or nobody want to be the lame for real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It be like
and
that,
that's it.
bro.
And the crazy thing is, sometimes in those situations, sometimes there is a shark in the pool, and you know there's a shark in the pool, so you don't want to say that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's also a
sometimes
factor too.
there'll be a shark in the water, and then you be like, bro, you know what I'm saying?
We coming up on time, and I wanna
Well,
get to Smitty
this is
one more
this is gonna
time.
be a part 2 episode. This is gonna be a 2-part
Yeah,
episode.
I think we probably gonna have to break this into two
That's
right
a
here.
bet. That's a bet.
But
But I want to hear some. So I want to hear. Well, I got a couple more little questions for Smitty. I know I did ask you about the advice because I feel like your story of how everything played out for you is a success story, and I want you to definitely internalize
and
that.
it's
It's
not over.
definitely a success story.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
not over,
Yeah.
and it's monumental, and that is inspiring. Like, even though our page ain't that big yet,
Yeah,
I
there you
still
go,
get
right
messages. I still get messages from people that be like, "Yo, that inspired me.
You know
Like,
who hit me up?
yo, like that changed my mind. Like that made me feel a certain type of like empowerment."
Bro,
So like,
that
I want you to like give a little bit of, you don't got to get a sauce out. Don't tell them how. You don't
there.
got
Nah,
to
yeah,
do
you
all
know I
that.
can't do that. It costs money.
Yeah, don't do it. But like, I want you to at least tell them like the mindset, like what they got to do, like how they got to focus, what they got to block out. Give them something. Give them something.
Man, I'm not gonna lie. When I had first got into it, I didn't tell nobody because I know it was a lot. It was gonna be a lot of doubt. The only person that knew what I was doing was my wife, and she had
Real.
slight doubt. But she's my wife, so she gonna stick by me, and I can. Oh, and that's why she.
appreciate that.
And that's why she gets an allowance. But yeah, no, for real. My wife literally was pushing me once she seen that I have the option that I can network with anybody, because you think about it. A weed is a talking topic itself. Weeds can get anybody in a conversation.
There's communities for sure.
Yeah.
Literally. So I've sat here and talked to bosses of. You ever heard of the dispensary March and Ash?
Yeah,
I've sat down with the CEO of March and Ash. Yeah. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't get a deal with him because he already has major pipelines. But it's just stuff like that. Like I'm talking this one of the biggest dispensaries in the United States of America.
Yeah.
So it's just stuff like that. You just sit down. You really gotta think. You got to be on. You can't be in the mindset of failing. Like you're gonna have setbacks. You're gonna have slow months. You're gonna have slow days. You're gonna have people. You're gonna have no's left and right. You're gonna have no's where you're gonna have to come back and hope they say yes. So it's just stuff like that. You always have to be in a positive mindset. No is not an answer. No is a waiting point for you to come back.
For real.
Everybody that tells me no, I spun back and I've had another conversation, and it was not the same as the first one.
I like that.
That's good. That's good because even though you ain't get marching ass that day,
I might get
marching ass might be on the way.
Yeah, man. Who knows?
Yeah, no, I mean sometimes it's just like it's just not time yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Sometimes
and mind you,
time yet.
that is the biggest dispensary in the United States of America right now, besides
And
cookies.
y'all still bringing in a hell of revenue without.
Yeah, man. And it's hard work. It definitely is. It's nothing simple because we clip and cure our own weed. So everything we do it ourselves. We don't pay nobody to do it. So everything manual is done ourselves. Packaged, everything. We test it ourselves and everything. So
No,
it's definitely a lot into it, but it's definitely worth it, and it's it's something I love.
Nah.
So I
That's
love
fire,
to do it.
I,
though,
So.
especially
I
that
love
you
to
love
see,
it.
and it's motivating. Like you could,
Yeah, man.
it's like somebody
Anything
can
I
be
wanted
like-
to do.
Somebody,
Where do you think you learned your networking skills? My fault, Bob.
I'm not gonna lie. I never in a million years. I don't talk to nobody outside. Well, at first I didn't really talk to nobody outside like my friend group. Like some, people on the ship, because being in the military, you really don't talk to civilians as much. So everybody I had to talk to was a civilian. I'm not really talking to no prior veterans or no prior Navy or nothing. So I'm really, I just had to get out here and act like I was supposed to be there.
I like that. I like that.
Act like you're supposed to be there.
Because you are supposed to be there.
I'm supposed to be there.
I'm supposed to
Maybe
be
not
there.
right
Dog.
now.
I
I'm
like
supposed
that.
to be there.
That's a fact.
I feel like you always move like a businessman. I know.
He always
people that
moved
don't
like
know.
he was supposed to be in any room he was in, though. Like I give him that. Like Smitty will be, he'll be around people like he an expert. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like everywhere. Like no, Smitty always. I always used to say Smitty a superstar, bro. I'd be like, yo,
But I gotta try, man, because no one's gonna do it for me.
Yeah.
No, that's true, man.
That's fine, though.
No one's going. You know what I'm saying? No one's gonna get out here and create your business for you.
That's a fact.
You got to, man. It's gonna take a while, but when I'm on top, you're
gonna look back and be like, "Oh, that was nothing."
Yeah,
that
literally. Let's make 5 more.
It's the process, man. It's a process.
But man, in the next 3.5 though, before I get out of California, because I'm gonna be leaving here in the next couple years when my wife leaves, I'm gonna have one down here getting ran. I'm not gonna even run it myself, but I know before I leave, that is my end goal. In my next 3 to 4 years, when I leave, I'm gonna have a dispensary in California, Southern California. I'm going to have one at least.
That's fine.
Even if it's a mom and pop.
Stamp that.
That's a step, man. That's a good thing. And by the time, man, hopefully me and Fuzz on the rise too, man. No,
yeah,
me
man.
We might have to bring it back up. Be like, yo, y'all go holler at that dispensary over there.
Man, I'm trying to tell you the best of the best.
Yeah.
Man. It was a lot of doubt. Everybody told me, Senior Chief, you know how he was,
Oh man.
First lieutenant, they thought I was saying once I put that weed in my mouth.
Yo, but
Yeah.
this one thing too, like you have to put in the time and you got to care about what you do.
Yeah.
That's one thing the military taught me too. Like even making rank and all that stuff, you had to put in the time to go get them quals. You had to go do all that. Like if you wanted that, if that's what you wanted,
yeah,
you had to go find those avenues yourself. Nobody was gonna force you to go do anything. But if you really wanted something, you have to go get it. And you have to care about it. You know what I'm saying? Like this podcast, like Fuzz, we gotta care about it. And of course, we always putting them on work, and we gotta keep working and think about it. But like you have to, it has to be on your mind, and you have to put work towards it. You know what I'm saying? And because the product you put out, people could see if you cared about it. They could see through it. You know what I'm saying? You could see bullshit when you see content. You know what I'm saying? You could, this is not, they don't give a fuck right now. You know what I'm saying? Or they on a downturn. Like sometimes I'll look at our content and be like, all right, we need to step it up. You know what I'm saying? It'll be stuff like that.
Yeah, now that's how it is, and that's how it is in my industry too, because it be some days where it get lazy. It's you don't feel like doing 100%. Maybe you want to do 80. 80's not gonna get you to 100 ever.
Yeah, nah.
Yeah,
you gotta pedal to the metal. You got but we gotta talk about this.
Yeah,
and you gotta
even
if
you gotta take a, you know what I'm saying, even if you gotta take a step back, take a breather, jump back in 100%. Every time.
Now, sometimes you do fall off your rails. Like you get off the rails sometimes.
But you got to bounce back.
The thing is, what got you off your rails. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has like something that like throws them off every now and then. Sometimes you can end up being on that train a little too long.
Yeah.
And it could really derail you, but you better hurry up and get back on it. Like right when you fall off, you better hurry up and get back on your high horse, because the longer you off your horse, man, the longer it's gonna be harder to get back on it. That's what I realized. All right, you fall off one time or one night or whatever you doing, you better hurry up and get back on right now, because the longer you not on, the harder it is to get back on, bro.
Absolutely.
That's a fact.
And that's in any aspect. The aspect of anything.
All right, man.
Let's take us home, man. Let's take us home.
That's another episode of Between the World and Us. Soundbun Fuzz, my boy Smitty, you gonna be seeing him every now and then. He gonna be in there.
Yes, sir.
All right, bro. We out though, man. It's love.
Peace.
Peace.
I've been grinding, got all the eyes on me. Fuck being humble, I take the pride only. Damn right, I take it there, cause they ain't playing fair. I've been grinding, got all the eyes on me. Fuck being humble, I take the pride only. Damn right, I take it there, cause